Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, we'll look on a noise component. This is one of the widely used type components that will help you generate multiple different type of the shapes that you can readjust and reuse to create different type of the filters. So let's first look on the blocks. And a blocks component, it generates noise that resemble overlapping rectangles, pyramids, or blocks. So right here we can see on our image, you have several options that will be controlled by mapped input, some controlled by control input, and of course we have our profile curve type control for a profile. We have noise input that will set the noise color. This is colors has transparency alpha channel, so you can control this from other image. This is also will accept HDRI input, and you can notice right here we have it kind of like yellow color around. This is will help you identify which will accept HDRI and which do not accept HDRI as well. When it's input, you can see right here we have a little bit yellow color, so this will can produce HDRI image. Next, we also have the background color, and this is set background color for our noise. If this color is transparency, the corresponding areas become transparent as well. So let's go ahead and just example, we can select different, or if you want it, by using gradients, we can actually control the noise with different type of the gradient color. Next options, it's a roughness, and this is a map input as well. This will adjust the noise roughness. Technically, roughness will define the relative transparency of the octave of the noise it's composed. So let's say right here you can see we have a little bit more details in our algorithm. However, at the point we start losing overall shapes of our kind of blocks. So what do we have it before? Okay. And in some cases, as example, if you maybe want to create, use these blocks to create rocks or something, and with the increasing roughness, you can actually kind of almost age those blocks. Next, we have a contrast, and adjust this. It just adjusts noise contrast. In some cases, it's act as generic contrast and brightness settings in the RS adjustment components. Okay, next we have it formula, and this is going with the controller. The formula is defined in a way that noise is created on our image. So you can see we have it predefined for different type of the formulas for a block creation, and you can see how with changing you start having more complex and more details applied to our settings. So those formulas will calculate based on nearby points and also the distance to the points set. In some cases you just look on what is set as a complexity of these formulas. Next, we also have a scale, and this will adjust the noise scale. And again, this is affected by global parameters as well. Okay, we have an option, the stretch. This is defined how directional the noise is stretched. So let's see right here, you can see right. And for example, stretch to 100, this is produce a fully directional noise. So in this case, it's almost look like a gradient, but it's produced with a noise a little bit more random. Okay, so in this case, you can adjust this way. We also have options to select and switch our noise stretch to the vertical stretch instead the horizontal. Okay, next option, flat, it's control input as well. If this is turned on, the noise lamps have the same maximum height which is produced, so you can see they all set to same height. In other case, some of these blocks have a lower height and some higher. Okay, and in this case, we'll just flood and make exactly the same height for all those noise blocks. The next option, we have a solid field. If we turn it on, the cell, each one we created, they fill with uniform random color range, and we don't have this kind of three-dimensional look. Okay, next we also option of details. That is control input, and details will adjust the complexity of our image, and sometimes we maybe need just increase some roughness or other details so we can see some complexity on this. One thing, the large details values on this one will lead also to the longer render time, so just beware when you increase more details for your noise, it will increase time that need to be calculated by formulas. Okay, next we have a variation, which is changed random seed for our noise node, and also we have the profile that is as well. It's using a different type of the curve for the blending between them. So let's right here. This is flat. You will notice right here. We can have just outline kind of form. So it can already predefine, have very nice options, or as well you can go ahead and create your own curve or connecting directly profiled whatever you kind of want to use for that. Okay, let's look on a cell node. Cell node is by the control options. It's very similar to the block, except it will produce cell noise type look. You can see the different. Now it's a little bit more round. So if you want to create a little bit more organic look or maybe other options, you probably want to use it cell. And if you want to use it more architectural, you probably want to use it block. Overall, let's have it same noise color, background color, roughness, contrast. We have the same amount of the formulas, which is averaging or based on a closest neighbor or other options. Okay. We also have it scale, stretch, vertical stretch. We have it other options here, which is called smooth, and the smooth is help us appearance of the noise lamps, but it's reduced dynamic range of the noise, so it's producing a little bit smoother effect for this. In case if you want maybe create on a ground without very sharp point, we have the same things flat as before, solid colors, and we have details variations as well. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll look at chaffs, and this is will produce noise that will kind of resemble maybe grain, seeds, or chaff, so that's why it's called chaff. Just different type of the noise. It's have the same type of the controls as before. The noise color, background color, roughness, contrast. We have it three different type of the functions, so we can select it. As well, we can increase, decrease our scale. Option of the stretch, vertical stretch, smooth, flatness, and details, variation, and also profile. So you can notice we have it exactly the same. It's different only what type of formula was using to create original shape for this noise. Perlin Noise. This is a very popular noise formula that using almost in every application. And this is very popular type of the noise that can be used for very wide range of the objects, clouds, grass, rocks, sands, and other ones. So it's also have some options for the HDRI map input. You can notice by yellow as well as will produce. However, it's have a little bit less type of controls than previous noise. We still have it our normal noise color, background color. We still have our roughness. We have our contrast as previously, but right here we kind of don't have the other options of the function select or other things because it's one general Perlin noise function. But we still have it scale, which is also global control it. We have it stretch, but a little bit different. Now you can notice we have smooth different type of the angles, so we can stretch in different angles, not just a preset vertical, horizontal, or by 90 degrees. So you have the flexibility here. We also have the options of how much details one render. Again, remember the highest details will take longer time, and we can reset random seed by changing variations. Profile, it's using the curve. They come already predefined with some of the profiles. Okay, and of course, if you want it, you can use it any other profile from the curves settings. Okay, again, this is one of the very popular, and for example, I use the Perlin Noise with electricity when created the nebula filter. Was one of the primarily noise I was using there. So let's go back and we'll look next on pyramids. Okay, the pyramids, it will resemble like blocks, except the shape will kind of turn a little bit on the 45 degrees. In this case are blocks, and it will have a sharper edge, so you can notice it will resemble kind of a pyramids. We have the same options as before with the block cells or shafts. We have noise, background, roughness. Here we also have it contrast. We have it 4 different type of the formulas, very similar to those that use it in the blocks. We have a global control of the scale. We have an option to the stretch, vertical stretch, flat, solid field. We don't have it smooth options like we do have in a cells and shaft. And we also have a details, variations, and profile that be controlled by the curve. Again, you can see we have it can achieve very interesting effects with a pyramid, and a combination between using pyramid and blocks, you can create a very nice filter that will look like a city overview. Okay, so let's go ahead. Next, we'll look on the stones. And you will notice this noise will produce texture that resemble rough gravel or flagstones maybe. It also will accept 2 HDRI by the noise and background color and can produce HDRI output as well. So we have it similar. We can set up color for our noise and color for our background. Okay, as well, we can increase roughness for our material as well as contrast. Yeah, it's similar. We do have it 2 different type of the formulas that we can use it to generate the stones, and they're based on the closest neighborhood calculation on the points. Scale, again, the scale is a control input and it is affected also by global parameters. We have it as well stretch and change to the vertical or horizontal stretch. We can have it flat options for ours and solid field if we need it. As well, we have an option increase details or change the random seed for the noise creation. Also, we have options to attach the curve or control from the drop-down menu with the 3 presets that's provided. Okay, let's go look on a techno. In some cases, you can say the techno type of the filter, it is can be used by generating some circuitry, maybe a roadmap, pipes, but also this algorithm is using combinations between stones and maybe some of the blocks effect or pyramids and combine in a formula when it's creating. But again, you can combine by yourself or you can just go ahead and techno and kind of reuse this one. Same as all other noises, controls is very similar. We have a color for the noise and background, which accept HDRI as well. This is Noise will produce HDRI output. We have the roughness that we can control overall. Contrast, we do have it 4 different type of the preset formats that we can select and use it. Okay, depend on what you're looking for. We have a scale that will affect by global parameters. We have it stretch, and of course the switch stretch to vertical or horizontal. We can flatten out option for the our image, use just solid colors, as well increase details and change variation random seed. The profile as well as provide with some preset, and you can see we can just already going to pre-made like circuitry or other options. Or if you want it, you can just go ahead, attach your own profile. Again, all these options can be controlled by the image or a map input, by controlled input, or by the curves. Okay, as well, we can go ahead and just connect to output. And here is kind of overview on noise components that in a filter forge editor. And next we will look on some patterns and some other groups that we have it.